hop on down to your mat or to the ground. Root your sit bones down into the earth and let your spine grow up tall towards the sky. Take a big deep breath in, let it fill through your chest all the way down into your belly, and release it out through the mouth. Let your neck release out to one shoulder, and then start to cycle it around clockwise or anti-clockwise. Let's release some tension in our necks. Keep breathing in and steady. Bring your hands to opposite elbows and bow forward, letting your spine push out behind you. And then lift your arms up and push your spine back. Keep going on your own time. A couple more spine and side body openers. Use that grip over your elbows to crack your shoulder blades open. When you're ready, come to tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Breathe in deeply, tuck your toes under and push your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Take any movements that feel good for you. Inhale, bend your knees, look up. Exhale, step up, forward fold. Chest drapes over the legs. Inhale, rise, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, forward fold, chest is down. Inhale, rise all the way up, mountain pose, grow tall. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. High plank with your legs up, high plank with your legs down. Option to take a chaturanga if that's in your practice, or push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look up, and exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sweep up, grow tall, mountain pose. Little back bend if it feels good. And exhale, forward fold. Drape your chest over the legs. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. High plank to low plank, or just push up and back to downward facing dog. Just moving through our Sane here, warming up the body. As you're feeling warmer, start to move in your down dog. Move your hips, move your legs, push into your palms. Walk the dog, bending one knee and then the other. One more Sane. Bend your knees, look forward. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise to halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold, melt down. Inhale, sweep up, grow tall, mountain pose. Little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, cycle through your chaturanga or meet in downward facing dog. If you aren't sure what your options are in chaturanga, please check out my other video where I break that one down in detail. Moving on to our Sun B flow. Inhale and kick your right leg up high and strong behind you. Exhale, tuck your knee in towards your chest and then kick it out to the left side underneath your body. Inhale, open your chest up, lift to a fallen star. Option to take it back, take your gaze back. Inhale, bring your legs together, find a solid, strong side plank, Vashisthasana. Option to come down to your forearm or to your bottom knee. Play around with what feels good. Gaze can be up or down at the mat. Keep your chest open and lifted. Exhale, step back, find high plank position. Take your chaturanga and meet back in downward facing dog. Let's take it on the other side. Inhale and kick your left leg up high and strong behind you. Exhale, tuck it under and then out to the side for fallen star. Arm comes up, hips push up. Option to take it back to a wild thing, gaze is back. And then step the feet together, find side plank. Option again, come down to the forearm and or the bottom knee. Regardless of what variation you're in, keep your hips pushing forward and up. Take a breath in and then come to the middle, to the midline to find your high plank position, and then cycle through your version of chaturanga, upward facing dog, and meet in downward facing dog. That's our sun B flow. We'll move through that again a little bit faster. Inhale, kick your right leg up high. Exhale, step it through and to the left, fallen star, arm opens, chest opens. Inhale, step the legs together, find your side plank. And exhale, plant your hands down, step back, find high plank. Meet in downward facing dog, take a chaturanga if you like. Inhale, kick your left leg up high. Exhale, bring your knee towards your chest and then kick it out to the right side. Lift your right arm up, open your chest, find fallen star. Exhale, step your feet together, side plank. Option for the knee down or forearm down. Exhale, find your high plank. Take a high plank, low plank, chaturanga, or just push back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's move on. Inhale and kick your right leg up high behind you. Exhale, bring it under, tuck it into your chest and then step it through in between your hands. Rise your arms up, crescent lunge, and exhale, open your hips to the left, warrior two. Breath in and then transfer the weight back. Find a low skandasana or archer's pose. You don't have to be as low as me. Play around with some variation in the hands. Find what feels good for you. And when you're ready, transfer into a wide-legged forward fold. A couple of breaths here to play. Maybe transfer the weight a little towards the toes. Try to lift up the heels, can feel good. You could interlace your hands together at your low back and open into the shoulders. Keep your hands interlaced together at your low back and rise up to standing. Bring your feet a little wider than hips distance and we're going to release again through our neck. So bring your ear to the shoulder, whichever side you want to start with. Just try bringing it kind of one side and then the other. Feel how the stretch in your neck can be accentuated when you have that bind in the hands at the low back and your stance is a little wider. When you're ready, make your way down to a yogi squat, a malasana or a frog pose. Open through the hips. Push your knees out a little bit with your elbows or your arms. Hold and breathe. Start to bring those hips up and back and find your wide-legged forward fold again. breath in, burst up and open star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, front arm up, back arm can trace down along the back leg. Open through the side body and exhale. Windmill your arms down, plant your hands, step back, high plank or chaturanga, meet in downward facing dog. Let's reset with a deep breath in together before we move to our left side. Inhale, kick your left leg up high behind you. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge, arms come up overhead. And exhale, open out, warrior two. Can you bend a little deeper into your front leg? Lift up and push back for low skandasana, or archer's pose as it's called. Butt pushes back, bend deeply into your back leg, pop your toes up so you're just on your heel. Arms can fly out beside you, and then transition into wide-legged forward fold. You've got a few moments here to enjoy the release and the opening. Breathe in and rise to standing. Arms come up overhead. Find your star pose quickly and then warrior two. Arms out to a T. Inhale and flip your front arm up and back. Reverse your warrior. Side body stretch. Exhale, cycle through your chaturanga, high to low plank, or skip it and meet in downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's hop down onto our backs. Time for belly up core. Make your way there however you like. If you know boat pose Navasana, head straight there and hold it. Otherwise, take some stretch and release through your shoulders before you get ready to work your core. Come down onto your back, lift your legs up to the sky and then lower them down. We'll do leg lifts. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep your low back glued down onto the ground. Hands can be next to your hips or just underneath if you want a bit of assistance. Also, you could bring your hands behind your neck if you want to lift a little to increase the work required. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. You got it. Lift and lower. Keep going. Hold, hold, and flutter kick. Kick, 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 kick. Imagine swimming on your back. Kick, kick, kick. Turn your core on, glue your low back down. Kick up and kick down. Then bring your knees in towards your chest and lengthen them out. This is my favorite core exercise. Knees towards your chest and legs lengthen out. Tuck in, push out. Tuck in, push out. You got it. Tuck in, push out. That's it. Tuck in, push out. Yes. Tuck in and then release your feet down. We're going to set up for reclined half pigeon lifts, hip bridge lifts. So bring your right foot over your left knee and start to pulse your hips up towards the sky. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Nice. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Keep going. Lift, lower. You can do it. Lift, lower. Yes. Lower, lift. Yes. Now switch out the legs. So left foot over the right knee and lift. Engage your glutes. Lift your hips up. Feel your core and your hips and your glutes all working together. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Keep going. Lift and lower. We're nearly there. Perfect. Now, let your hips release. Bring the soles of your feet together to touch and let your knees splay out wide. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Let's take a moment. Breathe in to tune in to our bodies, to our practice, out to our thoughts. When you're ready, close your knees together like a book. Rock up along your spine and find a comfortable seated position, setting up for a variation of half lotus. If it's comfortable, see if you can place your right ankle or foot just above your left knee. This might be quite enough for you, and if it is, just stay. Breathe and feel into the hip, the outer hip, that this should be stretching. If you're looking for a little more and if it's accessible, you can crawl your hands forward, bringing your torso and head over your legs. Check in back with both hip points. Are they still rooting down into the earth? Breathe in deeply enough to feel your air traveling down into your belly, and exhale, release it out. Let's switch out our legs. You might want to give them a little shake. Bring your left ankle or foot just above your right knee. Straighten through the spine, lift up towards the sky. Feel the opening in your outer hip. If it feels good, play with creeping your hands and torso and head out in front of you. Keep breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. When you are ready, start to bring yourself back to a seated position and then release your legs out. Give them a little pitter patter, bring feeling back in, let the blood circulate through. Then open your legs out as wide as feels comfortable for you. You might like to bring your chest and head forward down towards the earth to feel the stretch more deeply in your legs, in your inner groin. Wherever you are, whether you're up tall or down towards your mat. Keep breathing. Feel gratitude for how your body let you move for the last 20 minutes. Not everybody is lucky enough to be able to move their bodies like this. I always try to keep that thought at the front of my mind, just feeling so thankful for what I can do. Bring your legs together, grow your arms up tall, and then fold forward. Seated forward fold. Flex your toes towards your face. Feel a stretch into the calves, the hamstrings, through the low back. This is one of my favorite stretches. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's move down onto our backs. Lie down. Move gently, move softly. Let your knees fall out wide again, that butterfly position or Supta Baddha Konasana in Sanskrit. Soles of the feet are touching together. Bring your consciousness and your focus into your breath. Feel for your heartbeat. Notice the speed at which you're exhaling and inhaling. Inhale deeply until you feel your breath moving your hand up on your belly. And as you exhale, feel as it moves up through your chest and out of your mouth. Breathe in and breathe out. This is where I'll leave you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time for yourself and practicing with me. I bow forward to you. Namaste.